What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Chris Eubank Jr. Get this. Chris Eubank Jr. states that usually I go 8 weeks without sex for a fight. Benn gets 2. Okay. Chris Eubank promised he is only needing to be 60% of himself on fight night to defeat Benn, and that apparently also extends to his proactivities in the bedroom. The longtime 160 and 168-pound contender says that he usually refrains from engaging in any sex during training camp whenever he has an upcoming fight, but he insisted recently that he will not impose any restrictions of him for his showdown with Benn. Eubank is set to face the countryman Benn, the rising welterweight contender, in their highly anticipated 157-pound catchweight bout on October 8th at the O2 Arena in London. The fight has generated headlines because of their fathers, rivals. Chris Eubank Sr., Nigel Benn, captured the imagination of British sporting public when the two fights were in 1990 and 1993. Eubank, 32, said that while top opponents usually require him to abstain from sex for perhaps as long as 2 months, he will only allot a mere 2 weeks of celibacy. For the fight last month that only needed to be 60% strength to beat Benn, or otherwise it will be a public execution. I'm not going to kill myself in this training camp, Eubank said in a roundtable interview along with Benn, published on Matchroom Boxing channel. Usually I go 8 weeks without sex. I abstain for 8 weeks. Week by week, the longer you withhold, you build testosterone. I'm going to abstain for 2 weeks for you. Canelo Golovkin, they get 8 weeks. Billy Joe Saunders got 4 weeks. Benn gets 2 weeks. Those are the words of Chris Eubank Jr. Let me counterpunch. Chris Eubank Jr. has to be careful, because I think what I'm saying or what I'm hearing is he's not taking this fight seriously as he could, obviously. And I think he's trying to do that as a handicap. And then I think that handicap, or him saying that he's doing that because he wants to handicap Conor, is arrogance. Okay, that's just an arrogant way of saying I'm going to half-ass do it, because if I was, I could hurt him badly. You know, you could look at this 2 ways. You could look at it as arrogance. That's all it is, arrogance. But you could look at that as, okay, well, dude, if you are not that worried about your own career, or you're that confident that you're going to beat Benn, then you better train like you're supposed to. And to counterpunch Chris Eubank Jr., first of all, you lost that Billy Joe Saunders fight. I thought he won it, honestly. But if he only gave himself 4 weeks of withstanding, and all these other guys got 8, he should have gave Billy Joe Saunders 8. You know, like, nobody likes a slouch, bro. Everything that you do is supposed to be for your craft, so I think you should take your craft seriously, because Benn, small or not, is going in there to knock your fucking head off. Then I'm walking upstairs to my room, and this hit me about Chris Eubank Jr. and Benn. This fight that happened, and I thought it was going to be a public annihilation also, when Oscar De La Hoya took on the smaller Manny Pacquiao at a catchweight. And what happened? Pacquiao destroyed Oscar De La Hoya, and guess what? He ended his career. Oscar De La Hoya has not came back to the sport of boxing since 2008, bro. Counterpunch. So him saying, oh, well, I'm just going to do this, and he's going to get 2 weeks, and I'm going to be slamming, and I don't care, and okay. You know, and basically, he's trying to give a handicap to Benn, but really what he's doing, he's handicapping himself. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm not, I don't really know Chris Eubank Jr. to really be like an unfit dude, because he's always kind of ripped and chiseled and stuff like that. I don't hang around him. But him saying that, hey, I'm going to just do the bare minimum and still beat this guy's arrogance through and through, and he better be careful, because if he's not 100%, and Nigel Benn is, and Nigel Benn will be fighting with the will of a rivalry on his back, and he knows that, and he knows his father lost to Chris Eubank. You know what I'm saying? So he's coming for revenge. This ain't no joke. This ain't no half-ass bout or competition. He's going all the way. He's going ham, people. H-A-M. It doesn't mean pork. Okay? So, I think at the end of the day, Chris Eubank better be careful, because if he gets beat, he should retire. He should stick to his words, and that's what he gets for being a fucking slouch. You know, because he already said, like, if I lose this fight, I'm finished. Right? So, yeah, if you go in there half-cocked and you get your ass beat by Conor Benn, don't say shit. Don't say, hey, I wasn't ready, because you know those are going to happen, and you know that will happen. You get beat up by that smaller guy that's 100% prepared, where you came in bullshitting, thinking your shit don't stink, thinking I can just whoop this dude because I'm so much bigger than him, you know, and you get beat, retire. You guys tell me what you think of Chris Eubank Jr.'s comments towards not restraining from sex for lack of competition by Conor Benn. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!